Welcome back. So we've been able to build our form. We talked about the field set in the latter part of the last video. I did the first one, and I said you should try on your own to do the rest, while I also do so on my own. So I've been able to give each group a field set, and then the next thing is okay. I also added the email. I added the email. Let's go to the code and see how I did that. So here, label email, then input type email. Okay, now if I put anything and I try to submit, I have to follow the email format. So a at a, we can now submit. Okay, so I added the email. Then yeah, so basically those are the few things I added: the field set and the email. Yeah, so you can look at the code and get yourself familiar with that. Now, today, what we'll be doing is validation. We have our form right now, but we want to validate the form and make sure a user, first of all, user is not supposed to, is not able to submit an empty form. Then we also want to play around with some ranges. The range, we want to set a maximum and minimum. Then probably we would also check text length for maybe the password, so that the password will be a certain length of a certain length. Then we can also we can use pattern, matching pattern. Normally for it's used for telephone numbers, addressing, and other things. We'll try that. So we'll be trying to validate our form. As I said, the form has to be validated before it's taken to the server for processing. So that's what we are going to do right now. We are going to use the HTML validation. Okay, we have um we have attributes in HTML that can validate the form right now, like validate the form for us before it moves to the server. I said database at first, the server, not the database. Okay, before it moves to the server. So let's see how we can add a little validation to our code. So in HTML, we have attributes that we can use for validation. The first one we'll be using is the required attribute. So for the first input, that's the name, we have required. Okay, okay. So now let's see what happens. Let's try to submit without filling the name, and then we get please fill out this field. Okay, so we cannot submit without filling it out. So we copy the required, Control C. Then we do same for the age. We do so same for the age. Okay. Let's so as I've done right now, I would want you to also do the same. I've done it for the name and the age. Now let me do it for the radio button first. Okay. So the radio button, you don't have to apply it to both of them. You just give it to one. Control V, required. Then we save. Now we have this. Please fill out name as. Then we have the age. We made a mistake with the age. We kept it in the label. It shouldn't be in the label. It should be in the input tag. So we have our input tag here. Control V. Then we save. So we have name. Let's put anything there. Let's age. Let's try to submit with that. So fill it. Age, let's put 2 3. Then gender, we have, okay, so let's say female. Then submit. Our form submits. Okay, so now I've done it for these first three. Set on your own, set password to required, and then set email to required, then set region to required. That's all. Set these three: password, email, and region. Set them to required. Okay, so now let's move on to the next thing. We want to set a range for this. This is the range. This was built using the range tag. Now we want to set a minimum and a maximum value. Okay, so for range, you'll come here to set a minimum and maximum value. You'll have min equal to min max. So you set your minimum value as let's say we are on a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 0 to 10. How happy are you? Okay, so now we have this to 10. Okay, it won't really reflect here, but it gives it a range. We know it's on a scale of 1 to 10, so whatever you choose here is between 1 and 10. So we save, and then we have our form here. So that's the min and max. There are other ways to use this. I'll give you a material that would show you other ways to use these validations and more information on HTML forms later. So now we want to check text length. Let's do that for the password. So where's password? Okay, so password. So password, we want to set the minimum length, min length to five five characters, then the maximum length. Okay, there's no need to set a maximum length. It's a password, so let's work with minimum length. But you can actually set maximum length, sorry, max length to anything. Let's say 6. Let me save. Now, when you do that and you come here, you can't exceed 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see, it's not typing again, but I'm actually pressing hitting my keyboard. So after 6, you can't continue. But if you input anything less than 5, okay, less than 5 characters, and try to submit, let's fill all these. Okay, then we have age as 23. Let me see. Okay, 23. Then we have male. Okay, now we've okay, here we have a at a. Now when we submit, it tells us the length. It's supposed to be up to 5 characters. Okay, so that's how we do the validation here. So we use the min length and then max length for that. Then we have pattern, matching pattern. Let's use a phone number for that. Let's add an input for a phone number here. So label for phone and tab. Okay, then we have br and inputs inputs so type. So for phone numbers we normally use this tel. Okay, that's what we use for phone numbers. Okay, so we close it and we save. We have our phone here. Okay, so now we want to, phone numbers have a certain pattern they follow. Okay, so we want to specify that pattern, so we give it an attribute of pattern. Pattern. Okay, then we have this, then sorry, we have this and this. Okay, now this one, the first one, is used to specify the range of numbers that will be accepted. That's for the telephone. Okay. And the second one is used to specify the number of numbers. Okay, let me just do it and then you see. So we want to accept 0 to 9, 0 to 9 for the first three numbers. Okay, 0 to 9 for the first three numbers. Then after that, so the first three numbers, each of them can be any number starting from 0, then ending at 9. Yeah. So after the first three numbers, we want a hyphen. Then we want again 0 to 9, 0 to 9. Okay. Then we have the second set of numbers. Then we have another one, 0 to 9. Then 4. Sorry, 4. So we have 10 numbers in total. 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 4 is 9. Is 10. Sorry, it's 10. So we save it. Then we go here, input a number 0, 5, 4, 0, 5, 4, 9, 2, 5, 1, 7, 3, 9. Try to submit again here. Okay, so let's submit it. See, okay, so it doesn't match the format requested. Okay, the format requested had hyphens in it, so we have to input the hyphens. Okay, so now we submit and it goes. Okay, so we specify the pattern. So because we specify the pattern, let's put a placeholder. Okay, so that the user will know the pattern he's supposed to enter the numbers in. Okay, placeholder 0, 1, 2, 3 hyphen 3, 4, 5 hyphen 6, 7, 8, 9 and save. So we have the pattern here, just to let the user know how to input the numbers. So basically that's this a form. That's how to create a form. So we've dealt with text, the various types of inputs. That's the text, the numbers, the emails, the radio button, the checkbox. We've done all that. Then we also added our field sets, which was to group the informations into subgroups. Then we had our validation, where we use required maximum and minimum. We use patterns to set, like, to give restrictions as to the kind of data you input into the text fields. So this is just a basic form, and with this knowledge, I think it's enough for you to start building your HTML forms. You can learn more and add more to it. So I would like you to go to W3 Schools, select HTML, then go to Forms. Okay, then you practice on your own. Okay, so you select HTML, go to Forms, then you practice on your own. There are a lot of examples there, and you can practice directly on their website. Okay, so thank you very much, and it's been an interesting class. We'll meet in another video.